Welcome, my soft-thinking listener. You've found yourself in the company of the Sleepy Sloth once again. A slow, scientifically minded fellow who enjoys facts, especially those about cars that have changed ownership, dashboards that glow faintly at night, and corporate decisions that seem very serious to executives, but rather unremarkable to the rest of us. I must tell you something before we begin. Today, I consider myself a scientist wannabe in the history of BMW in the early 2000s. A scientist who is almost always correct, except for those few times when I am not. But even then, I prefer to drift gently onward, rather than fuss over it. Because what truly matters is the information itself. Before I start, please, let me know, what is the most boring thing you would secretly love hearing about? Let me know gently, in the comments. Now, let us begin today's episode of BMW in the year 2000. In 2000, BMW made strategic decisions regarding its corporate structure, selling the Rover group while retaining the Mini and Rolls-Royce brands, a move that reflected careful deliberation rather than rapid expansion. By retaining Mini and Rolls-Royce, BMW preserved two distinct legacies, the playful compact heritage of Mini and the traditional, stately craftsmanship of Rolls-Royce. Engineers and managers were tasked with ensuring continuity and quality across these marques while gradually integrating BMW's technical expertise and production standards. Subtle enhancements were made to drivetrains, chassis rigidity, and interior materials to maintain reliability and improve performance, all without disrupting brand identity. The sale of Rover allowed BMW to focus on these retained brands, allocating attention to engineering precision, design refinement, and long-term sustainability. Each vehicle received considered oversight to ensure that suspension geometry, engine response, and braking performance adhered to both BMW standards and brand-specific expectations. Corporate planning was conducted with quiet foresight, anticipating market trends, future regulations, and production logistics, all while maintaining a serene, controlled pace of growth. This period of restructuring emphasized patience and thoughtful stewardship rather than haste, allowing BMW to align its portfolio with long-term goals while preserving historical and cultural significance. Knowledge transfer across engineering teams was conducted gradually, balancing innovation with respect for heritage. Through this measured approach, BMW quietly demonstrated that growth need not be aggressive to be effective, preserving both Mini's approachable charm and Rolls-Royce's luxury aura while positioning the company for a future of deliberate, careful innovation and controlled expansion. In 2001, BMW launched the new Mini under its stewardship, a vehicle that delicately balanced nostalgia with modern engineering. While the design echoed the classic Mini's compact proportions, the car incorporated contemporary safety, chassis, and engine technologies to meet late 20th century standards. Its front-wheel drive layout was carefully engineered for stability and predictable handling, with suspension geometry tuned to absorb road irregularities while retaining lively feedback through corners. The interior, though small, emphasized ergonomic clarity and tactile quality, combining compactness with thoughtful layout and durable materials. Powertrains ranged from modestly sized gasoline engines to slightly more spirited options, each calibrated for smooth, linear response to ensure driving remained composed and confident. Beyond the technical, the new Mini subtly maintained the playful charm of its predecessor through carefully proportioned body panels, rounded lines, and restrained yet expressive styling cues. Engineers focused on structural integrity, crash safety, and noise insulation, ensuring the compact vehicle conveyed confidence and refinement simultaneously. Production techniques incorporated modular assembly to maintain quality consistency while accommodating the intricacies of modern design. This rebirth quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy that heritage could coexist with innovation, creating a vehicle that honored its lineage while meeting contemporary expectations. In essence, the new Mini was a study in balance, nostalgia and progress, compactness and composure, charm and precision, all coexisting in a deliberately engineered, quietly assured package. Also in 2001, BMW unveiled the E65 7 Series, a flagship sedan that quietly redefined the brand's luxury offerings with the introduction of the iDrive system. This model combined high levels of comfort, technological integration, and drivetrain refinement, offering inline-6, V8, and V12 engine options calibrated for smooth, composed power delivery. The iDrive system centralized many vehicle functions into a single rotary controller, allowing the driver to adjust climate, navigation, audio, and other settings with minimal distraction. Suspension systems employed advanced multi-link geometry and electronically adaptive damping to maintain composure over varied surfaces, while brake and steering responses were carefully tuned for both assurance and subtlety. The cabin was thoughtfully detailed, with high-quality materials, refined ergonomics, and a focus on tactile comfort for occupants. Aerodynamic considerations subtly reduced wind noise, while insulation enhanced the serene cabin environment. Engineers paid meticulous attention to weight distribution, noise vibration harshness, and thermal comfort, quietly ensuring that technology complemented rather than overwhelmed the driving experience. In addition, the E65 served as a platform for gradual testing and refinement of electronic systems, paving the way for more integrated, intuitive vehicle controls. Its presence quietly communicated BMW's approach to innovation, that even when introducing groundbreaking features, the emphasis remained on comfort, composure, and thoughtful engagement, allowing occupants to experience progress without haste or distraction, enveloped in a cocoon of precision engineering. Floating on to 2002, BMW began the development of the E65 series, a project that reflected meticulous attention to incremental refinement in performance, comfort, and technology. Engineers focused on improving chassis stiffness, suspension geometry, and drivetrain response while integrating new electronic systems for enhanced stability, braking, and driver assistance. Engines were carefully tuned for linear power delivery, smooth acceleration, and predictable behavior across varying loads. Interior design emphasized ergonomic clarity, high-quality materials, and subtle technological enhancements that provided reassurance without overwhelming the senses. Aerodynamics and weight distribution were quietly refined to improve efficiency, handling, and stability at all speeds. Additional efforts included NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness optimization, ensuring that road irregularities and engine noise were carefully moderated for a serene, comfortable experience. Production planning and quality control protocols were also gradually enhanced to maintain precision while introducing new components and materials. The E60 development phase exemplified BMW's philosophy that incremental, deliberate improvements, when applied thoughtfully across a vehicle's design and engineering, created a harmonious balance between driver engagement, passenger comfort, and technological sophistication. Every calibration and measurement was considered within the larger context of a cohesive driving experience, ensuring that each element quietly supported the vehicle's overall composure and character. In 2003, BMW introduced the Z4 Roadster, the E85, a compact two-seater designed to merge expressive design with driver-focused dynamics. The chassis was low and rigid, suspension geometry tuned to combine compliance with precise handling, and rear-wheel drive layout ensured predictable, connected road behavior. Powertrains included inline-4 and 6-cylinder engines, each calibrated for smooth, linear response, while gearboxes were chosen for harmonious integration with engine characteristics. Bodywork featured flowing curves and subtle aerodynamic elements that stabilized high-speed behavior without aggressive exaggeration. Interiors emphasized tactile engagement, driver-focused ergonomics, and subtle luxury, creating a cocoon-like environment for spirited, composed motoring. NVH management and weight distribution were carefully considered, ensuring a quiet and balanced driving experience. Each detail, from steering feel to pedal calibration, was deliberately tuned to promote harmony between machine and driver. The Z4 exemplified BMW's philosophy of thoughtful sports car design, performance integrated into a coherent, calm, and deliberate driving experience, emphasizing engagement and precision rather than flamboyance or showmanship. Engineers subtly incorporated modern electronic aids without compromising the intuitive feedback that defined the brand's driver-oriented ethos. The vehicle's compact proportions and restrained styling allowed it to express agility and elegance simultaneously, quietly communicating BMW's approach to design as a balance of aesthetics, mechanics, and human interaction, where every small adjustment contributed to a cohesive, serene experience. In the same year, 2003, BMW began production of the Rolls-Royce Phantom under its ownership, a vehicle that embodied the culmination of luxury engineering, precision craftsmanship, and quiet refinement. The Phantom's chassis and drivetrain were meticulously developed to offer effortless acceleration, composed handling, and exceptional ride comfort, incorporating air suspension systems tuned to absorb road imperfections gently while maintaining poise. The V12 engine, calibrated for linear power delivery and quiet operation, was paired with a smooth shifting automatic transmission to ensure seamless performance under all conditions. The interior was crafted with the utmost attention to materials, fit, and finish, including hand-stitched leather, carefully matched wood veneers, and acoustically insulated cabin spaces that allowed conversation and reflection without intrusion. Every switch, control, and display was designed for ergonomic clarity and tactile comfort, reinforcing the serene, unhurried environment that defines the Phantom. Engineers carefully considered noise, vibration, and harshness, optimizing damping, body mounting points, and suspension geometry to create a hushed, composed driving experience. Even small details, such as door closure mechanics, cabin lighting, and HVAC performance, were tuned to communicate quiet authority and subtle luxury. This production launch reflected BMW's philosophy of preserving Rolls-Royce heritage while quietly integrating modern engineering excellence, creating a vehicle that whispered refinement, understated performance, and composure at every turn, offering occupants a serene sanctuary of precise craftsmanship and thoughtful design. In the soft unfolding of 2004, BMW quietly introduced the 1 Series, the E87, a compact hatchback designed to offer the brand's characteristic driving dynamics within a smaller, more urban-friendly footprint. Its rear-wheel drive layout, carefully tuned suspension, and precise steering geometry provided a driving experience that was composed yet engaging, demonstrating that diminutive size need not compromise mechanical harmony. Engine options ranged from 4-cylinder units to inline sixes, each calibrated for smooth, predictable response and balanced power delivery, while gearboxes were integrated to support refined acceleration and efficiency. The interior emphasized ergonomic clarity, with thoughtfully positioned controls, contoured seating, and materials selected to convey subtle quality and durability without excess. Engineers devoted attention to weight distribution, noise and vibration management, and chassis rigidity, ensuring that compact dimensions did not diminish composure or engagement. Subtle aerodynamic shaping reduced lift and drag, enhancing stability at highway speeds, while safety systems such as anti-lock brakes and traction control provided reassurance without intrusion. This model quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy that accessible vehicles could retain the brand's driving ethos, combining practicality with measured refinement. Its design subtly hinted at sportiness, with restrained lines and minimal overhangs, ensuring visual proportion harmonized with dynamic performance. Production techniques were carefully managed to maintain consistent quality across a high-volume segment, reflecting the company's attention to detail and patience in expansion. The 1 Series thus became a bridge between compact utility and driver-focused experience, offering a vehicle that was technically precise, gently refined, and quietly confident, inviting occupants to enjoy measured engagement in everyday motoring while preserving the serenity of controlled performance. Every suspension adjustment, steering calibration, and engine tuning worked in concert to create a coherent, calm driving experience that was unmistakably BMW, yet modest in scale and intention. Also in 2004, BMW quietly expanded its presence in the SUV segment with the launch of the X3, the E83. This model offered elevated seating, increased interior space, and carefully tuned all-wheel drive dynamics through the X-Drive system, allowing for measured traction and composure over varied surfaces. Suspension geometry and damping were calibrated to balance comfort with responsive handling, ensuring that the higher center of gravity did not compromise stability or predictability. Engines ranged from inline sixes to naturally aspirated and turbocharged variants, each refined for smooth, linear acceleration. Braking systems were attentively adjusted for gradual response, while steering feedback remained composed and consistent with the brand's ethos. The cabin emphasized ergonomic clarity and material quality, with subtle instrumentation and seating arranged to provide both comfort and focus for driver and passengers alike. Aerodynamic considerations were applied to minimize wind noise, reduce lift, and improve efficiency, while chassis reinforcement ensured structural integrity and safety. Engineers devoted attention to weight distribution, NVH management, and energy absorption under impact, quietly ensuring that the X3 embodied BMW's philosophy of composed driving, even in a taller, more practical form. Production planning integrated careful quality oversight, with incremental refinements in panel fit, suspension alignment, and drivetrain calibration, reflecting a patient, considered approach to expanding BMW's SUV offerings. The E83 thus quietly embodied versatility and refinement, delivering a vehicle that harmonized utility with the serene, connected experience expected from a BMW, while maintaining composure and predictability under everyday and challenging conditions. Its measured presence on the road demonstrated that SUVs could carry both practicality and driving pleasure without compromise, a philosophy that subtly guided all subsequent developments in BMW's sports activity vehicle lineage. In the contemplative glow of 2005, BMW introduced the M6, the E63, a grand tourer that merged high performance with composed refinement. Its 5.0-liter V10 engine, later refined with slightly increased output, was engineered for linear, predictable acceleration, paired with a 6-speed manual or SMG automated transmission calibrated to provide precise shifts without abruptness. Suspension geometry and chassis rigidity were carefully tuned to balance high-speed agility with ride comfort, allowing the M6 to glide over road surfaces while maintaining stability in corners. Aerodynamic details were subtly integrated: rear spoilers, underbody panels, and optimized body contours, enhancing composure without overtly declaring speed. Inside, driver-focused ergonomics emphasized intuitive control layouts, supportive seating, and tactile materials that conveyed quality without excess ornamentation. Engineers paid careful attention to weight distribution, NVH suppression, and brake pedal modulation, ensuring that high power output remained harmonious with measured handling. Electronic aids, such as traction control and adaptive damping, were subtly calibrated to assist without intruding, offering reassurance rather than artificial performance. Production processes were managed to ensure consistent quality, with close inspection of panel alignment, mechanical tolerances, and interior finish. The M6 quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy of integrating motorsport knowledge into production vehicles while preserving composure, refinement, and balance. Every element, from steering ratio to throttle mapping, was designed to provide an experience that was both engaging and measured, encouraging attentive, deliberate driving. In this way, the E63 M6 became a study in harmony, where power and elegance coexisted, communicating performance without urgency, and offering occupants a serene, confident connection to machine and road alike, reflecting the brand's commitment to subtle yet profound driving pleasure. In 2006, BMW quietly expanded the 3 Series range with the introduction of the twin-turbocharged 335i, the E90. Its inline-six engine combined forced induction with carefully calibrated electronic management systems, producing a linear, smooth, yet potent delivery of power across the rev range. Turbo lag was minimized through precise engineering of the twin-scroll system, ensuring acceleration felt immediate yet composed, harmonizing with the chassis dynamics rather than overwhelming them. Suspension geometry and damping were refined to balance comfort and agility, providing confident handling in corners without abrupt motions. Steering was calibrated for predictable, informative feedback, while brakes were tuned for controlled deceleration under variable loads. Inside, materials and controls emphasized ergonomic clarity, tactile quality, and thoughtful placement, reinforcing a quiet sense of composure. Weight distribution and structural rigidity were carefully managed to maintain the 3 Series balance despite increased power and performance demands. Electronic aids, including stability control and traction systems, were integrated subtly, offering reassurance rather than intrusion. Engineers applied meticulous attention to NVH characteristics, ensuring the cabin environment remained serene while the engine delivered energetic yet controlled output. Production processes were overseen with close attention to consistency in panel gaps, drivetrain alignment, and mechanical tolerances. Through this model, BMW quietly demonstrated that forced induction could enhance performance without compromising the fundamental philosophy of driving engagement, composure, and precise engineering, delivering a vehicle that invited attentive drivers into a calm yet connected experience where every motion was predictable, measured, and quietly satisfying. In 2007, BMW introduced the Efficient Dynamics technology package, a collection of innovations quietly designed to optimize fuel efficiency and reduce emissions while maintaining the brand's traditional driving dynamics. These systems included features such as brake energy regeneration, intelligent alternators, optimized aerodynamics, and adaptive engine management. Each component was engineered to integrate seamlessly with vehicle control systems, ensuring that acceleration, throttle response, and handling remained harmonious and predictable. Weight distribution, suspension calibration, and powertrain tuning were carefully maintained to prevent efficiency measures from compromising composure or driver engagement. Electronic systems subtly modulated energy flow, ensuring that regenerative braking and automatic start-stop features were gentle, almost imperceptible, preserving a serene and continuous driving experience. The interior interface provided understated feedback to occupants regarding fuel consumption, while NVH characteristics remained carefully managed to prevent distraction or discomfort. Engineers meticulously analyzed airflow, rolling resistance, and thermal efficiency, optimizing components in a quiet, iterative process that respected the brand's ethos of measured evolution. Production oversight ensured consistent integration across vehicles, preserving performance and refinement. Efficient Dynamics quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy that technological advancement could coexist with driver-focused refinement, offering a vehicle that consumed fewer resources without drawing attention to itself, allowing occupants to experience economy, comfort, and composure in harmonious balance. By implementing these innovations with care and patience, BMW signaled a future in which environmental responsibility and driving pleasure could be united subtly, providing a coherent, calm, and thoughtful automotive experience. In the soft light of 2008, BMW unveiled the X6, a sports activity coupe that merged the dynamics of an SUV with the low-slung elegance of a coupe. Its body shape featured a gently sloping roofline and subtle aerodynamic refinements to preserve stability at higher speeds while maintaining SUV practicality. The chassis, tuned for balanced handling, combined adaptive suspension, precisely calibrated steering, and all-wheel drive dynamics via iDrive to ensure predictable composure over varied surfaces. Engines included inline-sixes and V8s, each carefully tuned for linear, smooth response under load. The interior emphasized ergonomic clarity, tactile materials, and seating arrangements designed to provide both elevated visibility and driver focus. Brakes, weight distribution, and structural reinforcement were calibrated to preserve confidence and stability, while NVH optimization ensured a serene cabin environment. Every detail, from the placement of controls to aerodynamic shaping, was designed to harmonize performance, utility, and comfort. Production quality control ensured consistent assembly, panel alignment, and mechanical integrity, quietly reinforcing BMW's philosophy that innovation should enhance driving engagement without compromising composure. The X6 thus became an exemplar of deliberate experimentation, bridging SUV capability with coupe-inspired dynamics, offering occupants a coherent, calm, and considered driving experience that emphasized stability, predictability, and subtle expression rather than overt aggression or ostentation. Early market reception was mixed, with critics questioning the niche appeal, yet sales success proved the formula resonated, influencing later generations and even inspiring similar models from rival manufacturers, marking its role as a quiet trendsetter within BMW's evolving lineup. In the same year, 2008, BMW introduced the Hydrogen 7, a vehicle that explored alternative fuel technology while retaining the brand's hallmark composure. The Hydrogen 7 utilized a modified V12 engine capable of running on either conventional gasoline or liquid hydrogen, demonstrating dual-fuel flexibility. Engineers carefully optimized fuel injection, combustion timing, and thermal management to ensure predictable, linear power delivery regardless of fuel source. The chassis and suspension were tuned to preserve balance and handling characteristics despite the slightly heavier fuel system components. Interiors featured familiar BMW ergonomic layouts and high-quality materials, while sound insulation was enhanced to maintain cabin serenity amid unique operational requirements. Safety systems, including fuel containment, crash protection, and electronic stability aids, were integrated discreetly to ensure both occupant security and composure. The vehicle's emissions and energy efficiency were monitored through carefully calibrated sensors and control systems, quietly demonstrating BMW's methodical approach to technological experimentation. NVH management, weight distribution, and drivetrain response were meticulously adjusted to maintain familiar driving dynamics. Production required precise adaptation of assembly processes to handle hydrogen storage, fuel line. In the quiet unfolding of 2009, BMW gently introduced the Z4 E89, a roadster that replaced its predecessor with a refined, retractable hardtop design. Its low, sculpted profile and taut body lines were thoughtfully composed to maintain visual elegance while subtly improving aerodynamics and rigidity. Engineers calibrated the suspension to balance dynamic handling with smoothness over uneven surfaces, ensuring that the driver experienced a harmonious connection with the road. Powertrains included inline-six engines carefully tuned for linear acceleration, coupled with precise transmissions that offered measured, composed engagement. Steering was designed to convey information predictably, with no sudden surprises, while brakes were modulated for gentle, reliable deceleration. The interior emphasized driver-focused ergonomics, intuitive controls, and supportive seating, with materials selected to be tactile yet understated. Weight distribution and chassis stiffness were meticulously managed to maintain balance through corners, and NVH characteristics were refined to preserve serenity within the cabin. Production processes incorporated careful oversight of assembly tolerances, panel alignment, and drivetrain calibration, reflecting BMW's commitment to consistent quality and precision. Subtle aerodynamic aids, including integrated spoilers and underbody treatments, enhanced stability without drawing attention to themselves, reinforcing composure at speed. This Z4 quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy that open-top driving pleasure could be combined with technological refinement, measured performance, and everyday usability, delivering a vehicle that invited calm attentiveness rather than abrupt thrills. Its presence on winding roads and city streets alike embodied a balance between engagement and serenity, a gentle whisper of the brand's dedication to delivering automobiles that were simultaneously expressive and composed. By 2010, BMW had introduced the 5 Series Gran Turismo, the F07, a vehicle that bridged the line between sedan, hatchback, and SUV with carefully measured proportions. Its elevated stance, longer wheelbase, and adaptive rear suspension allowed for a composed ride over varied road conditions, while interior space was thoughtfully organized to offer comfort, practicality, and ergonomic accessibility for driver and passengers alike. Engines ranged from inline-6 to V8 units, each tuned for linear, quiet power delivery, paired with automatic or manual transmissions calibrated to ensure seamless engagement. Steering systems and chassis geometry were adjusted to maintain predictable handling despite the vehicle's larger footprint, while braking systems provided smooth, controlled deceleration. Aerodynamic considerations subtly shaped the body to reduce lift and drag, ensuring stability without imposing visual aggression. Materials and controls within the cabin emphasized tactility, clarity, and subtle luxury, avoiding excess while conveying refinement. Engineers devoted attention to weight distribution, NVH management, and electronic stability systems, integrating them unobtrusively to maintain BMW's philosophy of measured driving engagement. Production oversight ensured uniform assembly quality, precise alignment, and consistent mechanical tolerances. The F07 quietly demonstrated that BMW could expand into new segments without compromising the composure, handling balance, or refinement that characterized the brand. Its presence on highways and country roads communicated adaptability, offering a serene, confident driving experience that harmonized performance, comfort, and practicality. Every suspension calibration, engine mapping, and chassis reinforcement was executed to provide reassurance, balance, and a subtly connected experience, quietly embodying the company's philosophy that innovation and versatility could coexist without disruption. In 2010, BMW introduced the 5th generation 5 Series, the F10, a sedan that continued the lineage's quiet evolution with refined aerodynamics, increased chassis stiffness, and improved suspension geometry. Inline-6 and V8 engines were carefully tuned for linear, composed power delivery, while transmissions were calibrated to balance smooth shifts with responsive engagement. Steering feedback was precise yet gentle, maintaining predictability, and braking systems were optimized for subtle, reliable deceleration. The interior emphasized ergonomic clarity, tactile materials, and thoughtful integration of technologies such as electronic stability systems and adaptive climate control, all designed to remain unobtrusive while enhancing comfort. Engineers managed weight distribution, NVH suppression, and chassis rigidity to ensure that the sedan retained composure under variable driving conditions, offering both serenity and engagement. Aerodynamic refinements, including underbody panels and subtle body contouring, reduced lift and drag, enhancing high-speed stability without visually aggressive cues. Production oversight focused on assembly precision, drivetrain alignment, and quality control, ensuring uniformity across vehicles. The F10 subtly reinforced BMW's philosophy that luxury and performance could coexist harmoniously, providing a measured, composed driving experience. Occupants were invited to enjoy a sedan where every motion, from throttle modulation to steering input, was predictable, balanced, and quietly satisfying. The design reflected careful attention to proportion, visual calm, and mechanical composure, communicating a serene evolution of the 5 Series. Each element, from chassis tuning to interior ergonomics, contributed to a coherent experience, demonstrating that incremental refinement could produce profound yet gentle improvements, allowing drivers to experience control, comfort, and engagement in quiet harmony with the road and the surrounding environment. In 2011, BMW refreshed the 1 Series with the F20, offering a compact hatchback that maintained rear-wheel drive dynamics while subtly improving chassis rigidity, aerodynamics, and suspension geometry. Inline 4 and 6-cylinder engines were calibrated for smooth, predictable response, paired with transmissions that supported measured acceleration. Steering feedback was precise and communicative without sudden surprises, while braking systems were designed for gentle, controlled deceleration. Interior layouts emphasized clarity, ergonomics, and tactile quality, supporting driver focus and comfort. Engineers carefully managed weight distribution, NVH characteristics, and structural integrity, ensuring that small dimensions did not compromise driving engagement. Production oversight addressed panel fit, drivetrain alignment, and mechanical tolerances, maintaining consistency across vehicles. The F20 demonstrated that compact size could coexist with refined performance and composure, allowing drivers to experience attentiveness, control, and serenity in a coherent package. Subtle aerodynamic enhancements improved efficiency and stability while avoiding visual flamboyance. Every suspension calibration, chassis adjustment, and engine tuning worked in concert to deliver a compact vehicle that was approachable, technically precise, and quietly engaging, reflecting BMW's philosophy of balanced evolution. Occupants could enjoy the sensation of connected, calm driving, where predictability and composure were as integral as mechanical performance, resulting in a coherent, understated, yet satisfying driving experience that invited focus, serenity, and gentle attentiveness at every turn. In the soft unfolding of 2011, BMW introduced the i sub-brand, a quiet exploration into electric mobility and sustainable automotive solutions. This initiative included research, design, and engineering for vehicles that utilized electric powertrains, lightweight materials, and optimized aerodynamics to achieve efficiency without sacrificing driving engagement. Battery systems, thermal management, and regenerative braking were carefully calibrated to provide linear, predictable power delivery while maintaining composure in handling and response. Chassis geometry, weight distribution, and suspension were adapted to preserve balance despite altered mass characteristics. Interior design emphasized clarity, intuitive control, and ergonomic comfort, integrating displays that provided information on energy use and efficiency in a subtle, non-intrusive manner. Engineers developed modular platforms capable of supporting various powertrain configurations, balancing efficiency, safety, and engagement. Production processes were adapted to accommodate high-voltage systems, battery assembly, and lightweight materials, with meticulous attention to safety, quality, and precision. The i sub-brand quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy that innovation could progress methodically, preserving composure, predictability, and refinement. Vehicles produced under this initiative were intended to provide serene, connected driving experiences while exploring environmental responsibility, signaling a patient, considered approach to technological evolution. Through careful integration of electric propulsion, chassis tuning, and user interface, BMW ensured that sustainability could coexist with measured, engaging, and balanced driving dynamics, offering occupants reassurance, control, and comfort without abrupt compromise. In the contemplative light of 2012, BMW quietly unveiled the third-generation 6 Series, the F12/F13, offering coupe and convertible variants that balanced grand touring comfort with composed performance. Engines, ranging from inline 6s to V8s, were tuned for smooth, linear power delivery, while transmissions were calibrated for predictable, seamless engagement. Suspension and chassis geometry were refined to maintain stability through corners, harmonizing agility with comfort, and braking systems were adjusted for gentle, reliable deceleration. Interior appointments emphasized ergonomic clarity, tactile quality, and subdued luxury, ensuring that technology and comfort features integrated unobtrusively. Engineers devoted attention to weight distribution, NVH management, and structural stiffness, creating a vehicle that felt serene and composed, even under spirited driving conditions. Aerodynamic refinements, subtle spoilers, and underbody treatments enhanced stability without visual aggression, preserving a calm aesthetic. Production quality oversight ensured panel alignment, drivetrain integrity, and interior consistency, reflecting BMW's philosophy of methodical, patient evolution. The third generation 6 Series embodied a harmony of refinement, engagement, and visual poise, offering drivers a grand touring experience that was expressive yet measured, blending mechanical competence with serene presence. Also in 2012, BMW introduced the i3 and i8 concepts, quietly exploring urban electric mobility and hybrid sports performance. The i3 utilized a lightweight carbon fiber structure paired with an electric motor, providing composed, linear acceleration and predictable handling for city driving. Its interior emphasized ergonomic clarity, sustainable materials, and intuitive displays. The i8 concept combined hybrid technology with aerodynamic efficiency and low center of gravity, offering smooth, balanced performance while demonstrating future sports car potential. Engineers meticulously tuned powertrain integration, chassis response, and weight distribution to ensure composure and harmony, while production planning focused on precision and lightweight material assembly. Both concepts reflected BMW's philosophy that innovation could progress thoughtfully, blending environmental responsibility, mechanical refinement, and engaging dynamics in a coherent, quiet, and measured experience. In the gentle unfolding of 2013, BMW quietly introduced the 4 Series, designated F32, a model that emerged from the lineage of the 3 Series but with a slightly more expressive, coupe-like character. Its bodywork featured softly arched rooflines, a gently tapering rear, and sculpted sides designed to improve aerodynamics while maintaining a composed, understated presence on the road. Engineers refined suspension geometry, chassis rigidity, and steering calibration to ensure that the vehicle offered precise yet serene handling, combining responsive agility with smooth ride comfort. Powertrains included inline-4 and inline-6 engines, each meticulously tuned for linear, measured acceleration, paired with transmissions designed to shift predictably and quietly. Brake systems were developed for consistent, controlled deceleration, and weight distribution was carefully managed to preserve composure in corners and on straights alike. Interiors emphasized tactile quality, ergonomic layout, and unobtrusive technological integration, creating a cabin that invited attentive but relaxed engagement. Production processes were monitored with care to ensure precise assembly tolerances, panel alignment, and drivetrain consistency. The F32 4 Series exemplified BMW's philosophy of evolution through refinement, a vehicle that offered dynamic enjoyment without abruptness, visual expressiveness without ostentation, and technical sophistication without complexity. Its presence on winding roads, urban streets, and open highways quietly communicated the brand's commitment to measured progression, a balance between spirited driving and serene composure that became a hallmark of BMW's midsize coupe offerings, offering drivers a subtle, intimate connection with both machine and environment. By 2013, BMW had quietly commenced production of the i3, a fully electric urban vehicle designed to explore sustainable mobility with clarity and composure. Constructed around a lightweight carbon fiber reinforced plastic passenger cell, the i3 emphasized both efficiency and safety, while its electric motor delivered linear, smooth acceleration appropriate for city streets. Engineers tuned the suspension and chassis geometry to maintain predictable handling despite the vehicle's high-mounted battery mass, and braking systems incorporated regenerative function to recover energy without abruptness. Interior materials prioritized sustainability, tactile comfort, and intuitive control layouts, integrating displays that communicated energy usage in a gentle, understandable way. Production processes were adapted to accommodate high-voltage assembly and precision integration of lightweight materials, ensuring structural integrity and consistent quality. The i3 quietly embodied BMW's philosophy of balanced innovation, demonstrating that electric mobility could be technically advanced, serene, and approachable, while preserving composure, engagement, and predictability in daily driving scenarios. Its small footprint, combined with careful powertrain calibration and thoughtful ergonomics, allowed for confident maneuvering through urban environments, offering a gentle introduction to sustainable driving. Beyond mechanics, the i3 represented an exploration into future mobility, inviting drivers to experience efficiency, balance, and quiet engagement while interacting with a vehicle that was as precise as it was unobtrusive. Each engineering choice, from weight distribution to regenerative braking, was executed to ensure calm predictability, refined handling, and reliable performance, presenting an understated yet coherent vision of urban electric transportation. In the serene unfolding of 2014, BMW quietly unveiled the i8 plug-in hybrid sports car, a vehicle that combined electric propulsion with a turbocharged three-cylinder gasoline engine to produce smooth, composed performance. Its low, sculpted body and dihedral doors were aerodynamically optimized for efficiency and stability while preserving the visual elegance expected of a high-performance sports car. Chassis stiffness and suspension geometry were carefully calibrated to balance comfort with precise handling, while braking systems incorporated regenerative recovery alongside hydraulic actuation for controlled deceleration. Weight distribution was meticulously managed, blending lightweight carbon fiber construction with strategically placed batteries and powertrain components to maintain predictable, balanced dynamics. Interiors integrated driver-focused ergonomics, sustainable materials, and intuitive displays communicating energy flow and driving modes, emphasizing composure, clarity, and engagement. Production processes were adapted for the combination of carbon fiber, aluminum, and high-voltage electrical components, ensuring both structural integrity and consistent quality. The i8 exemplified BMW's philosophy of integrating technological innovation without compromising driving serenity, providing smooth, connected acceleration and balanced handling. Powertrain integration and energy management were tuned to offer predictability and reassurance, while the car's presence on roads quietly suggested elegance, futuristic design, and engineering mastery. Each design choice, from aerodynamics to interior layout, worked together to create a cohesive experience, demonstrating that hybrid performance vehicles could remain refined, approachable, and composed. Its harmonious combination of electric and gasoline power, along with carefully considered dynamics, reflected BMW's thoughtful approach to blending environmental responsibility, technological sophistication, and driver engagement in a serene, measured, and balanced way. Also in 2014, BMW quietly introduced the X4, a crossover coupe that bridged the character of an SUV with the proportions and aesthetics of a gently sloping coupe. Its body lines were carefully shaped to improve airflow, reduce lift, and enhance stability without appearing aggressive or overbearing, while ground clearance and suspension calibration allowed for composed handling across varied road surfaces. Powertrains ranged from turbocharged 4- and 6-cylinder engines, each tuned for smooth, linear response, coupled with transmissions and all-wheel drive systems calibrated for predictability and stability. Steering geometry and chassis stiffness were adjusted to maintain balance and confidence, while braking systems offered controlled deceleration without sudden feedback. Interior spaces were organized with ergonomic clarity, high-quality materials, and subtle technological aids, including driver assistance features that operated unobtrusively to support confidence and comfort. Engineers carefully managed weight distribution, NVH characteristics, and chassis integration, preserving composure and predictable dynamics. Production oversight emphasized panel alignment, drivetrain calibration, and consistent assembly quality, ensuring every X4 reflected BMW's philosophy of measured evolution. The X4 quietly demonstrated the ability to blend sportiness with SUV practicality, offering a serene, capable driving experience that allowed occupants to feel engaged, comfortable, and connected. Its presence on highways and urban streets suggested versatility, balance, and subtle elegance, providing a calm, considered alternative in the crossover segment while maintaining the brand's commitment to composure, precision, and harmonious design in both aesthetics and mechanical function. In the contemplative light of 2015, BMW presented the 7th generation 7 Series, the G11, a full-size luxury sedan that continued the tradition of measured refinement and advanced engineering. Its chassis incorporated extensive use of lightweight materials, including carbon fiber reinforced plastic, to enhance rigidity, balance, and efficiency, while suspension geometry and adaptive damping systems provided a composed, smooth ride over varied surfaces. Powertrains included inline-6, V8, and V12 engines with turbocharging, each calibrated for linear, predictable power delivery, coupled with transmissions tuned for seamless engagement. Interior layouts emphasized understated luxury, tactile materials, and ergonomically intuitive controls, integrating advanced technology such as gesture recognition, adaptive cruise control, and dynamic stability systems in a non-intrusive manner. Engineers meticulously balanced weight distribution, NVH suppression, and chassis dynamics, ensuring stability, comfort, and driver confidence. Aerodynamic enhancements were subtly applied to reduce lift and drag, improving high-speed composure without drawing visual attention. Production oversight focused on panel alignment, drivetrain calibration, and interior consistency, reflecting BMW's philosophy of patient, methodical advancement. The G11 quietly embodied the intersection of comfort, performance, and technical sophistication, providing a driving experience that was serene, assured, and connected. Each detail, from suspension tuning to interior ergonomics, was executed to deliver reassurance, balanced handling, and quiet engagement. Its presence on roads communicated measured elegance, engineering integrity, and composure, demonstrating BMW's commitment to integrating technological innovation, luxury, and driving refinement in a harmonious, unobtrusive, and coherent manner that rewarded attentive observation and gentle interaction. Also in 2015, BMW quietly launched the X5 xDrive 40e plug-in hybrid, an SUV that blended combustion and electric power for smooth, composed performance and environmentally aware mobility. Its body, elevated and balanced, was shaped to preserve stability, aerodynamics, and a serene aesthetic while supporting chassis tuning that allowed for predictable handling over diverse terrain. The electric motor, paired with a turbocharged inline-6 engine, delivered linear, quiet acceleration, with powertrain integration carefully tuned to maintain composure and balance under variable load. Suspension geometry, steering feedback, and braking systems were calibrated to ensure consistent, controlled deceleration and smooth responsiveness. Interiors emphasized ergonomic clarity, subtle technological displays, and high-quality materials, incorporating energy management information without overwhelming the driver. Engineers devoted attention to weight distribution, battery placement, and NVH suppression, ensuring the vehicle remained stable, comfortable, and engaging even with the added hybrid components. Production processes were adapted to accommodate high-voltage assembly, drivetrain integration, and precise quality control, maintaining consistency with BMW's standard of engineering integrity. The X5 xDrive 40e quietly demonstrated that electrified mobility could coexist with luxury, driving composure, and SUV versatility. Each mechanical and design decision, from chassis calibration to interior layout, worked to create a vehicle that felt coherent, predictable, and balanced, offering occupants a serene and connected experience that harmonized innovation, environmental consideration, and BMW's characteristic driving refinement. In the reflective glow of 2016, BMW marked its centennial with the Vision Next 100 concept, a vehicle that whispered of possibilities far beyond the familiar roads. Its design merged fluid, sculpted surfaces with aerodynamic efficiency, and interiors were imagined as serene, adaptable spaces that seamlessly responded to driver intent. Electric and autonomous propulsion systems were explored, alongside predictive connectivity, suggesting a future where human attention could be complemented rather than overwhelmed by technology. Materials were lightweight, advanced, and sustainably chosen, demonstrating BMW's attention to environmental and structural harmony. The concept car was not intended for immediate production, rather, It existed as a quiet meditation on mobility, illustrating how engineering, design, and innovation could coalesce over a century of accumulated knowledge. Each detail, from the curvature of the wheel arches to the arrangement of interactive surfaces, was considered in terms of flow, accessibility, and gentle engagement. The Vision Next 100 was both a retrospective of BMW's history and a subtle, deliberate hint at the dreams yet to unfold, encapsulating the company's philosophy that innovation should be thoughtful, precise, and serene, inspiring imagination without abruptness or spectacle. It celebrated the passing of 100 years while imagining centuries yet to come, inviting observers to reflect on engineering as a quiet, continuous evolution. By 2016, BMW quietly introduced the M2 Coupe, a compact yet spirited machine that carried the essence of the brand's motorsport philosophy into an approachable format. Its body was sculpted to balance aerodynamic efficiency with visual poise, featuring subtle flares and contours that suggested power without aggression. Engineers refined suspension geometry, steering calibration, and chassis rigidity to provide nimble handling while maintaining composure on ordinary roads. The turbocharged inline-six engine was carefully tuned for linear response, delivering acceleration that felt controlled, precise, and exhilarating, without sacrificing predictability. Braking systems and transmission response were meticulously developed to maintain harmony between power delivery and stopping precision, reinforcing confidence behind the wheel. Interiors focused on driver ergonomics, supportive seating, and intuitive control layouts, fostering engagement without distraction. Production quality emphasized panel alignment, drivetrain reliability, and material consistency, preserving a subtle but unmistakable premium feel. The M2 quietly demonstrated that BMW could distill high-performance dynamics into a small, balanced coupe suitable for everyday driving, offering spirited engagement, mechanical precision, and visual sophistication. Its presence on roads conveyed a restrained, composed intensity, showing that performance and refinement could coexist seamlessly within a compact, coherent, and harmonious form, satisfying both enthusiast expectations and practical usability, without overwhelming the senses. In 2017, BMW introduced the sixth-generation 5 Series, the G30, a model that combined measured evolution with subtle innovation. Its design language reflected continuity with previous generations, yet surfaces were refined to improve aerodynamics, reduce weight, and enhance visual elegance. Chassis tuning incorporated multi-link rear suspension, adaptive damping, and optimized weight distribution to provide composed handling while preserving ride comfort over varied surfaces. Engines ranged from efficient inline-4s to potent inline-6s and V8s, each calibrated for smooth, predictable acceleration paired with responsive transmissions. Safety and driver assistance technologies were integrated unobtrusively, offering guidance and stability without undermining engagement. Interior spaces emphasized high-quality materials, ergonomic layout, and intuitive displays, balancing luxury and functionality with gentle restraint. Engineers paid close attention to NVH characteristics, drivetrain refinement, and assembly precision, ensuring that the G30 communicated calm composure at every turn, every press of the pedal, and every long highway journey. The 5 Series G30 quietly reaffirmed BMW's philosophy that executive sedans could blend technical sophistication, engaging dynamics, and understated luxury into a coherent, harmonious experience. Its presence on roads was both familiar and quietly progressive, suggesting confidence, balance, and refinement, allowing drivers to experience composure, assurance, and gentle dynamism without distraction or ostentation. The same year, BMW unveiled the X2, a compact SUV that explored a slightly more playful approach to design and dynamics. Its proportions featured a gently sloping roofline, sculpted body panels, and a stance that combined urban poise with SUV versatility. Engineers calibrated suspension, steering, and chassis tuning to provide precise handling and confident stability despite the elevated ride height. Turbocharged engines were paired with responsive transmissions, offering linear acceleration and composed power delivery. Interiors emphasized ergonomic clarity, flexible cargo space, and intuitive controls, while driver assist systems were designed to integrate seamlessly with the overall driving experience. Production oversight ensured panel fit, drivetrain reliability, and material consistency, preserving a premium feel within a compact footprint. The X2 quietly demonstrated that BMW could merge sportiness with SUV practicality, offering a vehicle that maintained composure, predictability, and engaging dynamics while accommodating urban lifestyles and occasional off-road versatility. Its presence was subtle but assured, communicating efficiency, balance, and refinement without excessive visual aggression. The model exemplified the brand's philosophy of harmoniously blending aesthetics, engineering, and user experience into a cohesive, approachable package that retained signature driving enjoyment. Occupants experienced comfort, security, and gentle responsiveness, reflecting the brand's measured approach to design evolution and careful, considered mobility solutions. In the reflective calm of 2018, BMW revived the 8 Series with the G15, a large grand tourer that emphasized elegance, composure, and restrained performance. Its low, wide body, long hood, and flowing lines were sculpted for aerodynamic efficiency, high-speed stability, and visual sophistication. Suspension and chassis dynamics were carefully tuned to balance comfort with precision, while turbocharged inline-6 and V8 engines delivered linear, smooth acceleration paired with transmissions engineered for subtle responsiveness. Interiors featured luxurious materials, driver-focused ergonomics, and integrated technology designed to inform rather than distract, while NVH suppression, weight distribution, and structural rigidity were meticulously managed. The 8 Series G15 quietly demonstrated BMW's approach to blending high-performance potential with refined composure, ensuring that grand touring comfort and dynamic capability coexisted in harmony. Each surface, curve, and engineering choice worked in concert to produce a vehicle that felt connected, poised, and serene, rewarding attentive engagement without ostentation. The model was a measured, elegant return to a series that symbolized luxury and driving pleasure, reflecting the brand's philosophy that refinement, technical mastery, and understated performance could exist together seamlessly in a large, sophisticated package. Also in 2018, BMW extended the i8 lineup with the Roadster variant, a convertible that retained the plug-in hybrid's futuristic appeal and precise driving dynamics. Its low-slung, sculpted body and dihedral doors were complemented by an open-top experience, enhancing sensory engagement while preserving aerodynamic efficiency and stability. Engineers carefully managed chassis rigidity, suspension tuning, and weight distribution to maintain composure despite the absence of a fixed roof. The hybrid powertrain combined electric motors with a turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, delivering smooth, linear acceleration while allowing for regenerative energy recovery. Interiors balanced ergonomics, lightweight materials, and intuitive displays, emphasizing driver engagement and calm control over technological distraction. Production processes incorporated high-precision assembly, carbon fiber structural integration, and drivetrain reliability, ensuring consistent quality across all vehicles. The i8 Roadster quietly embodied BMW's philosophy of harmonizing innovation, environmental consideration, and driving enjoyment in a coherent, serene package. Each detail, from aerodynamic shaping to powertrain calibration, was executed to provide predictability, composure, and refinement, allowing occupants to experience a connected, measured engagement with both vehicle and surroundings, subtly reflecting the brand's commitment to thoughtful, progressive, and harmonious engineering. In the hushed, reflective atmosphere of 2019, BMW revealed the X7, a full-size SUV that quietly combined luxury, composure, and commanding presence. Its elongated silhouette and sculpted surfaces suggested stability and elegance, while the interior was a serene sanctuary of premium materials, adaptive seating, and intuitive controls. Engineers carefully balanced ride comfort with chassis rigidity, suspension tuning, and responsive steering, ensuring that the vehicle felt substantial yet agile despite its size. Engines ranged from turbocharged inline-sixes to V8 options, each calibrated for smooth, linear power delivery, accompanied by transmissions tuned for quiet efficiency. Advanced all-wheel drive systems and adaptive dynamics provided stability across varied terrains, while driver assistance technologies were integrated unobtrusively, offering guidance without intrusion. The X7 quietly signaled BMW's approach to creating a full-size SUV that retained composure, refinement, and engaging dynamics, harmonizing grand touring comfort with a commanding road presence. Its proportions, weight distribution, and electronic aids were meticulously engineered to deliver both confidence and serenity, allowing occupants to experience quiet power and measured responsiveness on highways, winding roads, or gentle country lanes. The X7 was more than a large SUV, it was a thoughtful orchestration of space, technology, and driving pleasure, embodying BMW's philosophy of integrating luxury, performance, and composure into a coherent and graceful package suitable for long journeys and everyday use alike. By the close of 2019, BMW introduced the third-generation Z4, the G29 Roadster, a machine that suggested movement even when standing still. Its long hood, sculpted fenders, and soft-top roof combined elegance with aerodynamics, while chassis tuning, suspension geometry, and precise steering ensured an intimate and responsive driving experience. Power plants included turbocharged inline 4 and 6-cylinder engines, carefully calibrated to provide linear acceleration, composure, and smooth torque delivery. Interiors emphasized tactile engagement, supportive seating, and intuitive control placement, balancing performance with quiet refinement. Safety and driver assistance systems were integrated discreetly, allowing the Roadster to remain an engaging companion rather than an intrusive technological showcase. The G29 exemplified BMW's philosophy of connecting driver and machine, providing an experience that was both exhilarating and composed, offering nuanced feedback without aggression. Each design choice, from suspension articulation to body aerodynamics, was subtly orchestrated to convey balance, precision, and calm confidence. As the Z4 glided along curving roads, it whispered of measured speed, sensory awareness, and driving pleasure untainted by excess, illustrating how BMW could translate heritage, innovation, and craftsmanship into a serene, connected roadster experience. In 2020, BMW ventured further into electrified mobility with the launch of the 9/3, an electric variant of its popular X3 SUV. Its exterior blended familiar BMW proportions with aerodynamic enhancements and subtle cues of electrification, such as closed kidney grills and optimized airflow surfaces. Underneath, engineers integrated an electric powertrain producing smooth, linear torque, paired with battery management systems designed to balance performance, range, and efficiency. Suspension and steering calibration were subtly adjusted to accommodate battery weight while maintaining familiar dynamics, offering ride comfort, composure, and confidence across city streets and highways. Interiors combined sustainable materials, ergonomic layouts, and intuitive displays, seamlessly blending luxury with technological reassurance. Driver assistance and connectivity systems were carefully integrated to support rather than overwhelm, while regenerative braking and energy recovery were tuned for natural, unobtrusive operation. The 9/3 quietly represented BMW's approach to electric mobility, retaining traditional driving enjoyment, composure, and quality while embracing a future-oriented powertrain. Its presence conveyed that electrification could be approached thoughtfully, harmonizing sustainability with refinement, driver engagement, and mechanical coherence. Through measured engineering, the 9/3 suggested that electric mobility need not compromise composure, control, or aesthetic presence, preserving the serene, precise experience BMW had long cultivated. Later in 2020, BMW expanded its compact luxury offerings with the 2 Series Grand Coupe, a sedan-like vehicle that subtly combined sporty proportions with practical usability. Its sloping roofline, sculpted surfaces, and compact footprint emphasized elegance and urban agility, while suspension, steering, and chassis geometry were carefully tuned to provide engaging handling without sacrificing comfort. Turbocharged engines were precisely calibrated for smooth acceleration, responsiveness, and predictable dynamics, while interiors offered driver-focused ergonomics, supportive seating, and refined materials. Technology and driver assistance systems were integrated with quiet restraint, enhancing safety and usability without intruding upon the driving experience. The 2 Series Grand Coupe embodied BMW's philosophy of distilling performance, precision, and refinement into a smaller, urban-oriented package. Its proportions, mechanical balance, and interior layout encouraged a serene, connected experience, offering a harmonious blend of everyday practicality and measured sportiness. Occupants could enjoy composure, confidence, and subtle excitement simultaneously, reflecting the brand's continued emphasis on integrating innovation, dynamics, and comfort into coherent, accessible vehicles suitable for city streets and long drives alike. In 2021, BMW further embraced electric mobility with the introduction of the 9, a large electric SUV that quietly married modern technology with spacious, composed luxury. Its exterior was sculpted to enhance aerodynamic efficiency, while interiors were carefully designed as serene, adaptable spaces with sustainable materials, intuitive interfaces, and generous comfort. Engineers balanced battery weight, suspension geometry, and steering dynamics to provide composed handling, precise responses, and reassuring stability despite its size. Power delivery was smooth, linear, and quiet, reflecting BMW's philosophy of integrating performance, driver confidence, and energy efficiency. Connectivity, driver assistance, and regenerative systems were unobtrusively incorporated, providing support without distraction. The 9 suggested that large electric vehicles could remain elegant, refined, and engaging, offering occupants a sense of calm command over both highway and urban environments. Each design decision, from chassis calibration to energy management, was executed with measured precision, ensuring that electrification enhanced rather than compromised the serene, controlled experience BMW had cultivated for decades. Also in 2021, BMW unveiled the i4 electric sedan, a vehicle that quietly bridged tradition and innovation. Its proportions, aerodynamics, and interior ergonomics were carefully designed to offer familiar driving composure while embracing electric propulsion. Turbocharged power was replaced with linear, instant electric torque, providing smooth acceleration and predictable handling. Suspension tuning and chassis calibration preserved ride quality, responsiveness, and steering precision, ensuring that drivers could experience both excitement and serenity in equal measure. Interiors combined sustainable materials, refined layouts, and intuitive displays, blending luxury with modern functionality. The i4 reflected BMW's philosophy of transitioning to electrification thoughtfully, retaining driver engagement, mechanical coherence, and composure while introducing sustainable, future-ready propulsion. Each element, from energy management systems to regenerative braking calibration, was executed to maintain harmony, precision, and serenity, allowing occupants to feel connected to the car, the road, and the surrounding environment in a composed, engaging, and understatedly sophisticated manner. In the soft, reflective light of 2022, BMW introduced the 7th generation 7 Series, the G70, a luxury sedan that subtly merged tradition with the future through its new electric i7 variant. Its elongated, sculpted form suggested calm authority, while interiors were meticulously appointed with plush materials, intuitive layouts, and advanced digital interfaces. Engineers carefully balanced ride comfort, chassis rigidity, and steering responsiveness, ensuring that both combustion and electric versions maintained the serene handling and precise dynamics expected of the 7 Series. Power delivery in the i7 was linear and silent, with instant torque providing smooth, predictable acceleration, while suspension systems were tuned to mitigate battery weight without compromising elegance or composure. Technology and driver assistance systems were integrated discreetly, providing guidance and safety without overwhelming the driving experience. The i7 quietly demonstrated BMW's approach to blending electric propulsion with luxury, preserving a sense of familiarity while signaling a thoughtful transition to sustainable mobility. Every design decision, from weight distribution to energy management, from seat ergonomics to digital control layout, was executed with measured precision, offering occupants both engagement and tranquility. The G70 series, whether powered by traditional engines or electricity, embodied BMW's philosophy that innovation need not sacrifice refinement, and that electrification could coexist with heritage, comfort, and composure in a manner both elegant and purposeful. Later in 2022, BMW's M division quietly expanded its performance horizon with the XM plug-in hybrid SUV. Its muscular yet composed silhouette conveyed restrained strength, while aerodynamic features were subtly integrated to support efficiency and stability. Beneath the hood, a combination of a V8 combustion engine and electric motors delivered instant torque, precise power modulation, and controlled acceleration, all carefully calibrated for both spirited driving and composure on highways or winding roads. Chassis tuning, adaptive suspension, and weight distribution were meticulously refined to accommodate hybrid components while maintaining the dynamic balance expected of an M vehicle. Interiors combined driver-focused ergonomics, high-quality materials, and state-of-the-art infotainment systems, blending comfort and technical sophistication. Energy recovery, battery management, and hybrid-specific systems were unobtrusively integrated, providing reassurance without distraction. The XM quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy of exploring electrified performance with subtlety and composure, ensuring that hybrid innovation could harmonize with handling, refinement, and the emotional engagement long associated with the M division. Through careful calibration of powertrain dynamics, steering precision, and suspension geometry, the XM offered a unique synthesis of performance, efficiency, and composure, embodying a future-forward approach while remaining unmistakably BMW in character, presence, and driving experience. In the contemplative atmosphere of 2023, BMW unveiled the new M2, the G87, a compact sports coupe that conveyed dynamism and precision with understated elegance. Its low-slung stance, wide fenders, and muscular contour suggested agility, while chassis stiffness, suspension tuning, and rear-wheel drive balance were meticulously engineered to provide an engaging yet controlled driving experience. Turbocharged engines delivered responsive, linear power, carefully harmonized with dual-clutch transmissions to maintain smooth, composed acceleration. Steering and braking systems were refined for precise feedback, allowing drivers to experience the nuanced connection between car and road. Interiors were purposefully driver-focused, with supportive seating, intuitive control placement, and restrained luxury materials creating a serene cockpit that complemented the car's performance. Advanced safety and driver assistance technologies were integrated unobtrusively, ensuring both confidence and composure without intruding upon the spirited experience. The G87 M2 quietly demonstrated BMW's philosophy that compact performance cars could offer emotional engagement, precise handling, and everyday usability in balanced harmony. Each design decision, from aerodynamics to powertrain calibration, reflected an attention to detail and commitment to mechanical coherence, producing a vehicle that felt alive and responsive yet measured and confident, embodying BMW's tradition of combining performance, precision, and quiet elegance in a single, coherent package. In 2023, BMW quietly expanded its electric sedan lineup with the i5, a vehicle that seamlessly blended the composure of traditional BMW sedans with modern electrification. Its proportions were sculpted for aerodynamic efficiency, while interiors emphasized serene ergonomics, sustainable materials, and intuitive digital interfaces, creating a calm and engaging cabin environment. Electric motors provided smooth, instant torque, delivering acceleration that was both controlled and exhilarating, while battery management, regenerative braking, and suspension tuning were carefully calibrated to balance ride comfort, responsiveness, and energy efficiency. Driver assistance and connectivity systems were integrated with quiet precision, supporting safety and usability without disrupting the tactile driving experience. The i5 reflected BMW's philosophy of approaching electrification thoughtfully, ensuring that the transition to zero-emission powertrains preserve the brand's characteristic driving engagement, composure, and refinement. Each engineering decision, from chassis calibration to power delivery, interior layout to technological integration, was executed with meticulous attention, producing a sedan that harmonized electric innovation with the timeless qualities of BMW design. Occupants could enjoy acceleration, handling, and comfort in a manner that was both serene and invigorating, illustrating that sustainability and driver-focused engineering could coexist quietly yet profoundly within a modern sedan, maintaining BMW's balance of precision, performance, and understated elegance. Also in 2023, BMW unveiled the Neue Klasse Vision Concept, a forward-looking electric vehicle prototype that hinted at the future direction of the brand. Its silhouette combined clean lines, sculpted surfaces, and aerodynamic efficiency, suggesting composure, elegance, and futuristic capability. Underlying architecture incorporated modular electric powertrains, advanced battery placement, and chassis configurations carefully tuned for dynamic balance and ride comfort. Interiors were imagined as serene, minimalist spaces, emphasizing connectivity, digital integration, sustainable materials, and user-centered ergonomics, quietly blending innovation with familiarity. Energy management, regenerative systems, and driving dynamics were conceptualized to provide smooth, predictable, and engaging responses, maintaining BMW's tradition of driver-focused engineering while embracing zero-emission propulsion. The concept suggested how future Neue Klasse vehicles could integrate performance, efficiency, and refinement in a coherent and understated manner. Its presentation quietly communicated BMW's vision that electrification, sustainability, and technical innovation could harmonize with the brand's historical values of precision, composure, and emotional engagement. Every curve, surface, and system within the Neue Klasse Vision Concept was carefully considered to reflect a philosophy of thoughtful evolution, demonstrating how future mobility could maintain serenity, balance, and driving pleasure while embracing the new era of electric propulsion. In the quiet unfolding of 2024, BMW continued to explore the evolving landscape of electric mobility, introducing new iterations of the i4 and 9 models. These vehicles carried the same sense of poised elegance that had always defined the brand, yet their powertrains whispered of a different future, electricity flowing smoothly through meticulously engineered motors. Chassis dynamics were carefully tuned to balance the additional weight of battery packs, while suspension and steering systems were refined to preserve handling precision. Interiors were composed with serene ergonomics, sustainable materials, and intuitive digital interfaces, providing a calm cocoon for occupants. Energy recovery systems and battery management were subtly integrated, ensuring efficiency without intruding on comfort or driving engagement. These 2024 models quietly demonstrated BMW's approach to harmonizing electrification with traditional brand values, composure, precision, and the understated thrill of motion. Every curve, every interface, every engineered detail reflected an attention to balance, between power and serenity, innovation and tradition, performance and refinement. Occupants could glide along highways or through city streets with assurance, feeling the subtle pulse of advanced electric propulsion, all while immersed in spaces that encouraged focus, calm, and quiet enjoyment of the road. Later in 2024, BMW expanded its SUV and crossover portfolio with updates to the X5 and X6, incorporating plug-in hybrid variants designed to blend efficiency with composure. Exteriors retained bold yet elegant silhouettes, while aerodynamics were subtly enhanced to improve both efficiency and high-speed stability. Hybrid powertrains combined combustion engines with electric motors, providing instantaneous torque and balanced acceleration, carefully calibrated for both spirited driving and serene highway cruising. Suspension geometry and adaptive damping were optimized to handle varying loads and battery placement, ensuring ride comfort and dynamic composure remained harmonious. Interiors were meticulously arranged to provide ergonomic clarity, tactile engagement, and integrated digital systems, creating a cohesive environment for both driver and passengers. BMW's engineers quietly refined energy management, hybrid system integration, and regenerative braking, all while ensuring that these vehicles maintained the dynamic balance and emotional connection characteristic of the brand. The 2024 updates to the X series demonstrated that efficiency and sustainability could be woven into the DNA of luxury and performance, producing SUVs that were at once responsive, refined, and gently reassuring. The experience was subtle yet profound, allowing drivers to feel both confidence and calm as they navigated the modern roads, surrounded by interiors designed for comfort and thoughtful engagement with technology. In another quiet evolution during 2024, BMW unveiled conceptual studies hinting at the next generation of the Neue Klasse electric vehicles, previewing technological and design philosophies for the years ahead. These studies suggested a seamless integration of battery electric powertrains with lightweight chassis, carefully considered weight distribution, and aerodynamically refined exteriors. Interiors were envisioned as serene, minimalist spaces, emphasizing digital interaction, sustainable materials, and user-centered layouts that fostered calm engagement. Powertrain simulations promised smooth, immediate torque, precise handling, and dynamic composure, all while maintaining energy efficiency and range confidence. The concepts highlighted BMW's continued focus on merging innovation with the emotional essence of driving, ensuring that future electric vehicles could retain the subtle thrill, refinement, and connectedness that defined the brand for over a century. Every line, surface, and engineered system in these 2024 studies reflected a philosophy of balance, between past traditions and future possibilities, between technological sophistication and tactile reassurance. By quietly exploring these future directions, BMW demonstrated an enduring commitment to harmonizing performance, sustainability, and serenity, inviting both drivers and observers to imagine a world where electric propulsion coexists seamlessly with composure, luxury, and the quiet joy of the journey. In the unfolding tapestry of 2025, BMW's journey continues to weave innovation and tradition into a harmonious narrative. The introduction of the new BMW X3 marks a significant chapter in this story. This redesigned model, now in its fourth generation, presents a more refined silhouette, with updated aerodynamics and a reimagined chassis that promises enhanced dynamics and comfort. The X3 lineup includes the X330 xDrive, featuring a 2.0-liter turbocharged engine delivering 255 horsepower, and the X3 M50, which boasts a 3.0-liter inline-six engine with 48 volts mild hybrid technology, producing 393 horsepower. Both models come equipped with BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system, ensuring a balanced blend of performance and efficiency. Inside, the cabin is adorned with sustainable materials and advanced technology, creating an environment that is both luxurious and eco-conscious. The integration of the BMW operating system X introduces a new era of in-car connectivity, featuring AI-driven assistance and intuitive controls that enhance the driving experience. This evolution of the X3 reflects BMW's commitment to innovation while maintaining the brand's core values of driving pleasure and quality craftsmanship. As we gently shift our focus, The 2025 BMW M5 emerges as a testament to the brand's dedication to performance excellence. This latest iteration of the M5 continues to embody the spirit of its predecessors, with enhancements that elevate its capabilities. The M5's powertrain delivers exhilarating acceleration and dynamic handling, ensuring that every drive is an engaging experience. The integration of advanced technologies further refines its performance, offering drivers a seamless blend of power and precision. Inside, the cabin exudes luxury, with premium materials and state-of-the-art features that cater to both comfort and functionality. The M5 remains a symbol of BMW's engineering prowess, offering a driving experience that is both thrilling and refined. In the realm of electric mobility, the 2025 BMW iX continues to push boundaries. This fully electric SUV combines cutting-edge technology with sustainable design, offering a driving experience that is both exhilarating and environmentally conscious. The 9's powertrain delivers impressive performance, while its aerodynamic design enhances efficiency and range. Inside, the cabin is a sanctuary of modern design, featuring sustainable materials and advanced technology that create a harmonious environment. The integration of the BMW operating system X further enhances the driving experience, offering intuitive controls and AI-driven assistance that make every journey effortless. The 9 stands as a testament to BMW's commitment to shaping the future of mobility, offering a glimpse into a world where innovation and sustainability coexist seamlessly. As we explore the landscape of the BMW lineup, it truly reflects a brand that is ever evolving, yet steadfast in its dedication to quality, performance, and innovation. Each model, from the redesigned X3 to the high-performance M5 and the forward-thinking 9, tells a story of progress and passion. BMW's journey is not just about new models, it's about continuing a legacy of excellence and shaping the future of driving. If your eyes are closed, if your thoughts are drifting, then my job here is done for today. Thank you for spending this unremarkable moment with me. You have listened to The Sleepy Sloth, where uninteresting things become the softest lullabies.